Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a little bit of a sneak preview here for the upcoming season, the DirtFan.com Monday Night Tour. It's Sunday, season 11, has wrapped up. So a little sneak preview here as we are at Cedar Lake with the Big Block Modifieds. I'm Alex Robinson, and on commentary with me, it's Zach Newton. Zach, how are you feeling?
But just polished off a big bowl of chili in the real world and a nice two-course meal of late model racing action here at Cedar Lake. So a little dessert on my Sunday night with the Big Block Modifieds as we roll to qualifying right now.
And as you saw during practice, there are a lot of big names here, including Alex Bergeron, Blake Majulis, a whole bunch of D1RT crew out here. Swindell, as you see, James Eden's out on the track, first car out on the track for qualifying. So a lot of big names coming out for this little practice session early on in the season.
Yeah, a little big block showdown here at Cedar Lake for bragging rights here at the end of season 11. You see James Eden's first time I've seen him tangle in one of these new big block modifieds here on iRacing, and he's going to go second on the timesheet behind J.D. Brown, Clay Debin, third quick, at least as of right now, but that timesheet's subject to change over the next 2 minutes.
And as you see, times are coming in. The 007 machine of Jacob Fields, as that is a very different wrap. We usually see Jacob Fields with a really nice wrap, but there is, as it's for sale too, a D1RT for sale there. So you might want to buy that soon.
Yeah, he's had some success in that machine. I remember seeing the duct tape number on it. Obviously, I guess if he figures if he's going to be running it for a little while, he might as well put the D1RT brand on there. But all they had in the open wheel shop's duct tape. He's going to slot in at 10th quick. Devin Morgan in the 112 for VLR to the top of the timesheet. Jerry Flippo, Cole Cabry, Dylan Wilson, and Jacob Harberts go your top five. As of right now, Chase Hardy slots in at 11th quick. Good run for him. You see Hagen Sorensen going to slot in 10th, bump Hardy down, as well as Clay Debin. And we're just about nearing the end of qualifying here, I imagine. I think we've got 34 guys of our 40 and change here have made time.
And for fans who have watched Ultimate Dirt TV last night at Weedsport, Jerry Flippo brought out a brand new paint scheme. And Zach, you just like me, we're used to seeing Jerry Flippo in a yellow paint scheme. He had a white and red paint scheme last night.
Well, looking forward to seeing that one, absolutely. So there you see normally a little more green on the number 12 of Alex Bergeron. This particular car, a lot more black and blue, how the ABR setup shop number 12 and its driver hope to leave the competition. But I did not the qualifying run I think he was looking for. You see Devin Morgan, Flippo, Cardwell, Cabry, and Wilson now your top five. We're going to see Bergeron come back out on the track here.
And I think he wanted to make a little bit of an adjustment there, so he pulled it back in the pits and fixed whatever he needed to, but he did not take the official green flag yet. So now he's going to come back on the track and get his 2 laps of qualifying in and hope that he gets in the top 10 spots here.
So we see what he can do. He dives to the bottom of turn 3 and 4 in the ABR number 12 off the bottom of the racetrack. Going to slide up and come to the start-finish line, and let's see where he lands. And I'm not seeing him on the timesheet there. So not really sure what happened again. Devin. Lap does not count. So Devin Morgan, Jerry Flippo, Hayden Cardwell, Cole Cabry, and Dylan Wilson going to be your 5 quick drivers here tonight. How many heats we running tonight, BJ? 5 heats, the soup of the day. Thanks to BJ Duvall, our producer, for that, Alex. We get ready to roll to heat racing.
You see there, starting on the pole, it's going to be the quick time of Devin Morgan, and to the outside, it's going to be Jacob Harberts.
It's going to be Austin Matthews for Cincy Speed, starting in third in the 7 machine. Outside of him, the 116, the Winchester Wildman, Chase Hardy Racing entry, Chase Hardy.
Row number 3 on the inside is going to be the 47 of Tyler McQuilk, and outside, you saw him win the Power IE Superstocks. It's Shane Yates.
Bill Miller for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers in the 34. Going to roll off the inside of row number 4. Outside of him, Tennessee's Eric York in the 89. Cooper Croker out of Australia, New Zealand. The Down Under drivers strongly represented here in the big blocks. He's in the 40. Starting shotgun on the field in the drag spot.
And as you see, Shane Yates, who won a points championship here just a few weeks ago in the Power IE Superstocks. Then you also have Devin Morgan. There's heavy hitters in different categories as all these cars come out for a little early taste here in these big blocks.
Absolutely. And I will tell you, if you're asking my opinion, Devin Morgan may be the most top to bottom talented driver in all of iRacing. You put him in late models, you put him in modifieds, you put him in asphalt cars. He can do it all, and he's going to try to start on the pole after going quick time here tonight and see if he can win the big block showdown here at Cedar Lake. A little sneak preview of things to come in Season 12 here on the World of Thunder Esports League and Ultimate Dirt TV. And, Alex, we're getting ready to get the show started. 2 BC setup shop cars on the front row.
Yes, with Jacob Harberts and Devin Morgan on the front row. Green? No green. No, I'm out of it.
You're in the wrong turn, bud.
I'm out of it. I'm so used to being there as now the green flag is out. Devin Morgan, Jacob Harberts, green flag is out. Devin Morgan out to our early advantage here as you see the battle for third already as Harberts dropped back to third and now Chase Hardy is coming after him on the inside.
Chase Hardy, big fan of the big block cars here in that 116 machine. He goes looking for third spot in that yellow vehicle as he tries to challenge Jacob Harberts there. Harberts going to pull away a little bit down the back straightaway. Second place, Austin Matthews in the 87. Leader, Devin Morgan. We come around to start lap 3.
And again, Devin Morgan out in front, Matthews in second, and then Harbert's in that third spot as he's trying to catch up to Austin Matthews, who's running in second right now. But there goes Chase Hardy to the inside. He's going to go side by side with Harbert's for that third spot.
Hardy going to battle to the inside around Harbert's. He's stuck back there in fourth. Matthews and Harbert's go second and third. Devin Morgan starting to pull away in that 112 machine out in front. You see the black and electric green machine. They're leading as we come around. Cross flags in the air. We're halfway home.
And now Chase Hardy, you see that brand new paint scheme. He's running fourth right now, trying to catch up to Harberts and Matthews. But Harberts, after that tough start, he's sitting out on that bubble right now of he's going to be one spot. He's right on the bubble, and Chase Hardy's on the outside looking in. He's trying to catch up to Harberts, and Matthews right now is trying to hold on to second here.
Yeah, as we come into silly season after the conclusion of World of Thunder, Ethan Toder and Chase Hardy both departing HRE Motorsports this week, looking for greener pastures for their young careers, and they are currently free agents, I guess you could say, as Chase Hardy and that Chase Hardy Racing number 116 machine takes the white flag behind Harberts, Matthews, and Morgan, your top 3.
Again, white flag out. Devin Morgan looked in control, got a good start, and he's going to come around 3 and 4, and he's going to take home heat race number 1 here at Cedar Lake with Austin Matthews and Jacob Harberts. As there goes Devin Morgan as he's going to flip the car now.
Yeah, Morgan gonna roll it there in celebration. Definitely something to keep an eye on. See if he can get that machine fixed up as we get ready to go heat racing again. We look at our official results first. Alex, in heat number 1, Morgan, Matthews, Harberts, your top 3, then Hardy, Miller, McQuilkin, Yates, York, and Croker, your 9 finishers in that first heat race. Heat race number 2 coming up.
And starting on the pole, it's going to be the D1RT entry of Jerry Flippo. Outside, it's going to be in that right code, number 41, it's Logan Rumsey.
Matt Logan in the 41, the Dig Setup Shop D1RT machine out of Carolina, going to roll off the inside of row number 2. Outside of him, it's D1RT's Secret Agent Man, the 007 of the Duct Tape Bandit, Jacob Fields.
Starting 5th from Swindell Speed Labs, it's Rusty Kruger. Outside from the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, in that 92, it is Corey Austin.
Going to be Ben Lewis in the 49, a fixed UMP modified feature winner earlier this year. Knoxville going to try his luck in the big blocks, starting 7th outside of him, the 41 of Georgia's Austin Yarborough, shotgun on the field due to qualifying issues. The 12 of Canada's Alex Big Bucks Bergeron going to start in the drag spot, 9th on this 9-car starting grid, top 3 to the big dance.
And, you know, a lot of people compared these big blocks to almost like a sprint car. So Alex Bergeron being known for a world champion sprint car driver. He's starting in the back of the pack, but he also has another fellow sprint car veteran in Rusty Kruger and Logan Rumsey. So the sprint car guys are out in full force tonight for these big blocks.
Absolutely. These big blocks, kind of a weird, kind of a mutt of a late model in a sprint car. They're center drive, the solid front axle, very similar to a sprint car. But the rear end of these cars is a lot like a late model. So they handle, it's just a weird, they're just weird, and they're hard to look at.
I don't know what you're talking about. These things are great, especially here in the state of Pennsylvania and New York. They're famously known as you see the Pennsylvania man, Logan Rumsey, into second as Jerry Flippo gets a nice start, and you see the battles throughout there. We're 3 wide there with Alex Bergeron already trying to get up. But look at Jerry Flippo. I told you, Zach, look at that new paint scheme for him as he won last night.
It's a good look for Flippo in the 13, and he's taking that newfound confidence of being the handsomest man in New Richmond, Wisconsin, to the lead in heat race number 2. We work lap number 3. It's Flippo, Rumsey, Fields, and Logan. Logan, the first man outside, looking in.
And look at Alex Bergeron. He's already up to 5th as he's gaining the ladder. He's coming after Matthew Logan right now. Going to run that outside, something that Bergeron is very comfortable with in any car. He loves running that outside, but he can duck to the bottom and run the bottom fast as well.
Matt Logan going to make that machine as wide as he can. Bergeron going to pull to the inside. White Castle's on the menu. Sliders are served. Cut down line from Logan as they come down the front straightaway underneath the premium Grain Belt beer flag stand. Logan takes that 4th spot back. They're racing for the first spot in one of our consolation races coming up in just a couple minutes as Field, Rumsey, and Flippo, your transfer drivers, check out with 3 to go.
And yeah, like you said, Matthew Logan, another slide job there on Bergeron. Bergeron with the veteran instinct. Look at the run he got going to the bottom there as he's going to slide up, block the slide job there as 2 to go. Alex Bergeron in that 4th spot. But again, that top 3 there with Flippo, Rumsey, and Fields, they're pretty much walking away with these top 3 spots as the white flag coming out. Jerry Flippo still in charge.
Well, you can see that good old Midwestern dirt, Wisconsin dirt there, all around Cedar Lake, starting to dry out everywhere except about the 2nd lane off the bottom of the racetrack. And that's where you're going to see Jerry Flippo go through the final corner of this race off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He comes under the premium Grain Belt beer flag stand to a checkered flag and a heat race win. He'll start on the outside pole.
So Jerry Flippo coming home with the win there. And 1 second.
Oh, man, Alex Robinson getting hopefully it's a business call. You take a business call right now, that's fine. You take a phone call, let me get interrupted, I'm going to be upset. There you see Austin Yarborough and Rusty Kruger 3 laps down. Corey Austin 7th, Ben Lewis 6th, Matt Logan and Alex Bergeron, first 2 drivers out of a transfer. Flippo, your winner, Rumsey, and Fields, your top 3 to the big dance. So on the pole for heat number 3, it is Hayden Cardwell in the 07 machine. Outside him, another down-under driver. That's Mitchell Clark in the 31. Oh, there you go. Alex is back.
Sorry, family call. Row number 2 on the inside. The 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. Outside, it's going to be Brent Carter in the 69.
Aaron Keel in the 6, going to roll off 5th out of the Plains. Outside of him, it's Carolina's double deuce of Brooks, the bad boy, Trammell.
Curtis Uphoff will start in that 7th spot. Outside, it's going to be Jason Line, and 9th, it'll be Colton Davis.
All right, so here we go. 9 cars on the grid, 8 laps the distance. Top 3 to the big dance. Australia driver on the outside. Tennessee driver Hayden Cardwell on the inside. And Cardwell, as good in these, Alex, as he seemed to be in everything else on dirt.
Yeah, as again, sorry, family calling to congratulate me. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I understand. You won a bowling tournament today?
We finished 2nd.
Oh, well, hey, nothing to sneeze at. A podium spot's a good thing. You finished in the money, right?
Oh, man. Cashed out $140 a piece.
Bud, yeah, that's a good day at the office. Congratulations, man. I got to be honest with you. Big congratulations. 2nd place in a bowling tournament. Nothing to sneeze at. I'm not a very good bowler, I'll just tell you.
No, but you're good at some stuff, especially paints, as we see these Newton Cattle Farm paint schemes.
We're underway in this heat race. Hayden Cardwell going to get off to an early start way out in front. John Ruggiero Jr. at the bottom of the racetrack. Mitchell Clark, the Australian representative on the outside pole, going to slide back to 3rd as that white 44 goes to the runner-up spot. Cardwell going to slide to the high side lead, lap 1.
Hayden Cardwell out in front. Ruggiero Jr. holding on the 2nd. As you see the battle for 3rd between Clark and Carter. Man, those 2 are side by side. You see the Mitchell Clark to the top side. Brent Carter to the inside. These 2 are battling it out. You see the battle for 5th between Trammell, Uphoff, and even Colton Davis. As these cars are battling throughout. Oh, man, some problems for Uphoff.
Yeah, everybody beating and banging around back there in the back of the pack, but we're going to stay green. Everybody keeps the ships righted, pointed forward. Hayden Cardwell going to lead off of turn number 4, lap 4 on track now. You see, looks like Carter going to go to the inside of Clark. That's the battle for the final transfer spot. Clark going to hold him off as they work to turns 1 and 2. Maybe some some connectivity contact there between Mitchell Clark and Brent Carter. Carter going to slide back, give Clark the spot back. They go racing once again. Cross flags in the air halfway home.
And you look at the battle starting to heat up for the lead here. Ruggiero Jr. trying to gain some ground on Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell has been in control since the green flag dropped. Cardwell running that high side like every Cardwell before him has done. They are known for running that top side dangerously quick, but Ruggiero Jr. is not giving in.
Yeah, it seems like Cardwell a little better in turns 1 and 2. Ruggiero maybe a little better in turns 3 and 4. Cardwell going to go throw a short slider line through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Gap opens back up to 3 car lengths as Ruggiero going to go a lane lower than Cardwell. Both are on the slider line. Cardwell up in the fluff off of 4. White flag in the air. 1 to run, Alex.
Hayden Cardwell goes to the bottom. I think he tried to block a slide job there, but Ruggiero Jr. running the top side now. Both of them are going to go and run the slider line as that's going to open the door here. Ruggiero Jr. tries to get the run, but Hayden Cardwell comes home with heat race number 3 victory. Ruggiero Jr. in second. Mitchell Clark comes home in that final transfer spot.
Yeah, everybody battling there for a transfer spot. Hard fought at the top of your leaderboard. Hayden Cardwell, Ruggiero, and Clark. Looks like your transfer drivers. We go through the official results, and it is. Those 3 are your transfer drivers. Cardwell, Ruggiero, Clark, then Davis, Carter, Trammell, Lean, Keel, and Uphoff. Uphoff, the only car off the lead lap. They'll go to the alphabet soup.
And starting on the pole for heat race number 4, it is going to be Cole Cabry in the 71. Outside from Slick Sim Sports in the 14, it is J.D. Brown.
It's Hagen Sorensen, Baby Berry out of Harlan, Iowa for Sorensen Racing, 100% Racing. In that 45 machine outside of him, it's the $1 Million Motorsport driver, the First Lady of Dirt, Jennifer Hantz in the 11.
Starting 5th from Mid-South Dirt Slingers, the 17, it is Donnie Batiste. Outside, it is Joseph Lavelli in the 18.
Going to be Caden Blazer in the 37, starting the inside of row number 4. Outside of him, Jeffrey Lean in the 240. Caden Blazer did not grid, so 7 cars. Top 3 will transfer 8 laps. Harlan, Iowa's Hagen Sorensen, 2 podium finishes already tonight here at Cedar Lake before we ever unloaded these big block modifieds. But the competition a little stiffer than maybe he saw earlier as he's behind 2 world-class drivers in Cole Cabry and J.D. Brown in this heat race.
But, you know, the one thing that we have noticed in these big block competitions, it is anyone's ball game because some of these bigger heavy hitters, now, of course, you see Cole Cabry, green flag is out, Cole Cabry, J.D. Brown, all of them are starting on the front, but there are some underdogs that have made a name for themselves already in the big block world.
Yeah, a whole bunch of these guys very familiar with these cars already, competing in them all over the iRacing service in a whole bunch of different leagues. Already been a bunch of cash races in these cars. Tonight you see Cole Cabry pull out to an early lead. Top 3 go one by one, everybody on their best behaviors. They open up a little bit of gap between each one, about 3 car lengths between each car. Is Brown going to try to go to the bottom, maybe a little lower through the corner and try to find some traction to reel in Cabry in the 71.
And you see this track is wearing in perfectly as a driver. That is what you want to see, the bottom, the top, and even the middle. There is still some moisture everywhere on this track, but everyone is running that top side. So it's going to be a top dominant track right now as you see Cabry, Brown, and Hagen Sorensen running the top side.
Absolutely. This track will peel off in layers like an onion and then get awfully racy as the night goes on. As you see through heat number 4, we come to the cross flags. Cabry leads with J.D. Brown closely in tow. Brown going to throw to the bottom of the racetrack, try to get a good run off the bottom of turns 1 and 2. He might have found the formula to pass here at Cedar Lake. He has not just yet. They go side by side through turns 3 and 4. Cabry going to win the momentum battle and hold on to the lead this time by.
Cabry goes to the bottom. J.D. Brown running the top side. J.D. Brown going to get a run off the top side. He's going to close in a lot. He's right on the back bumper of Cole Cabry. Going to go to the inside, side by side for the lead now. As the battle for the lead is on, J.D. Brown to the inside. Cabry now to the top. As there goes J.D. Brown going to get the edge out of turn 1 and 2.
J.D. Brown to the bottom of the racetrack. Slider coming across the nose of Cabry. He's got the lead off of turn number 4. He will lead at the drop of the white silk. 1 to run as they head into turn 1. Cabry now to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find some luck down there as he hits the ruts and bumps at the bottom of 1 and 2. He's not going to be able to get there. I don't think he doesn't have the speed. And Hagen Sorensen going to charge into the picture. He's going to come home in third behind Cabry. J.D. Brown, though, the winner of heat number 4. He'll start on the outside of row number 2.
Okay, J.D. Brown coming home with the heat race number 4 win. Cole Cabry in second, Hagen Sorensen in that third spot. As here your heat race result. Sorensen comes home with that final transfer spot. Donnie Batiste, Jennifer Hans, Joseph Labelli, Jeffrey Line, and Caden Blazer all going through the soup.
Yeah, some tall action here in these first couple of heat races as we line up. Heat race, I believe this is number 5. It's California's Dylan Wilson, the Kool-Aid Man on the pole in the ADD out of California. Outside of him, another California driver for Swindell Speed Labs. That's James Edens in the 52.
Row number 2, D1RT 84 up. Clay Debin outside. It's going to be Nathan Davis in the 36.
It's the Blue Groove Bad Boy in the 269 of James Grace rolling off the inside of row number 3. Outside of him, the little Hoosier Rylan Gray in the 24.
Starting 7th, it's going to be the 32 of Scooter Black, and outside it's John Bregman in the 4.
So 8 cars going to start this heat race. Top 3 transfer. This is your 5th and final heat of tonight's big block showdown here at Cedar Lake. A little appetizer for something coming up in season 12. We get ready to do the dance for 8 laps. And Alex, this one's going to be a lot of fun.
As if we can get if Dylan Wilson comes home on a podium, we got to ask him. I was looking all excited to see his big block painted with the Kool-Aid Man, and this is disappointing. I wanted to see the Kool-Aid Man tonight.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his Kool-Aid UMP modified, but not the skin he's running here in the big blocks, at least not at this time. James Eden's going to go to the high side. He's going to battle with Clay Debin down the back straightaway, but not for long. He's going to pass Debin. Like Devin's tied to a stump down the back straightaway. They all run the high side, 2 thirds, 3 and 4, but Dylan Wilson, your leader.
Dylan Wilson out in front, James Eden in second. Look at it, 3 wide there for that third spot. Clay Devin, Nathan Davis, James Grace, all battling for that transfer spot right now. 3 wide again. Davis up top in the middle there. Clay Devin up top, and James Eden's to the, James Grace to the inside there as a 3-car battle for the transfer spot.
Yeah, too many Jameses, too little time here in heat number 5. Eden's going to battle with Wilson. They're side by side for the lead off in turn 4. Give it to Wilson at the line this time by, but Eden's not done yet. He's going to go to the bottom and bouncing around turns 1 and 2. He's going to drive up off the bottom of the racetrack. Wilson clips the concrete down the back straightaway, and Edens is going to put the slider on through turns 3 and 4. Good cut down by Wilson. They tangle down the front straightaway. They're still battling heading into 1.
Dylan Wilson now slides up in front of Edens. Edens is trying to get up to him. You see James Grace back there. He's trying to get past Clay Devin for that transfer spot. As, oh man, the competition is getting hot and spicy here. Dylan Wilson out in front, and now look at the 4-car battle. James Grace up to second right now, but 3 wide for the second spot. Edens, Devins, Davis, Grace all battling for transfers.
Grace in the grass after a tussle with Devin headed into turn 3. Devin made himself the cream filling in an Edens and Grace Oreo, and he comes out the advantage. Nathan Davis, 2 to go, going to go to the bottom of the racetrack there down the back straightaway. He's going to pull up to the top side, try to hold off James Grace. But right now, Wilson, Edens, and Devin, your transfer drivers with 1 lap to go.
Dylan Wilson has looked pretty good in this one. He's going to protect the slider line as much of the other drivers have done. He is going to take home heat race number 5 here with James Edens and Clay Devin also getting those transfer spots. Nathan Davis will come 1 spot short from making it on. He's going to,
Oh my! See a little extracurricular activity from James Grace and James Edens and Dylan Wilson. They're getting too many Jameses, too little time in that heat race, Alex. But a great battle there. You see Dylan Wilson, James Edens, and Clay Devin, your transfer drivers. Davis, Grace, Ray, Bragman, and Black going to work through alphabet soup, which we're about to kick off right now. We roll to our first C main. The C main will transfer drivers into the B main to the A main. Brooks Trammell in the 22 on the pole outside of him. Canada's Joseph Lavalley.
Row number 2 on the inside. In the 24, it is Rylan Gray outside the Power Eye. E-Superstock defending champion. In the 11, it is Shane Yates.
The Mid-South Dirt Slingers 92 of Corey Austin rolls off the inside of row number 3. Outside of him, the 35 of Jace Lean.
Jeffrey Lean will start 7th. Outside of him from New York, it is John Bregman.
Tennessee's Eric York in the 89 going to roll off in 9th. Outside of him, the 41 of Georgia's Austin Yarbrough.
11th, it'll be Aaron Keel in the 6th. Outside, it is Caden Blazer in the 37.
We go to the back part of your starting grid. If there's any more, not seeing it roll over, so it looks like 12 cars. There it goes. Scooter Black out of California for D1RT in the 32. Outside of him, Australia's Cooper Croker in the 40.
15th, as this is really surprising, Swindell Speed Labs. Number 5, it is Rusty Kruger. And outside in the 16th spot, it is Curtis Uphoff.
Doesn't look like all these drivers have gridded. Yeah, missing 7 drivers there on the grid. So Scooter Black going to be your final starter in 9th spot. We will turn these guys loose in just a second. I believe the top 4 will transfer to the B main. Is that correct? Yes, top 4 to the next consolation, the next bowl of soup, Alex.
As the bowl of soup only gets hotter from here on out, as these cars, for 9 cars on the field, the green flag is out, but this action will get desperate real quick as these cars want to make it on to the main show, and caution.
Oh boy. Started 9 cars, 5 of them in a pile on the backstretch. Alex, I just want to say, I handed you a real good soup pun, and you took it and ran with it. I could not be more proud of your growth as an announcer from the beginning of the season until right now.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot, Zach.
Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, and just a whole heap of pickles getting stepped on here off this C main start. We go to the second incident. You see the 11, the 24. They're going to get tangled up. The 11 gets into the wall, and then everybody just going to play bumper cars there all the way back.
Again, we talked about this earlier in the week on one of these broadcasts. The one thing I love about these cars is you can tell when drivers are on their best behavior and when they are being out of line, because these cars, the paint scrape off, and you can tell when they destroy these cars.
Absolutely. The new damage model that's come to iRacing here with the last update for this season is really impressive, especially in these cars. I hope we get to see that expanded upon throughout all the dirt stuff. I know some of the street stock stuff has changed. I hope the late models get the same attention to detail as well as we get ready to go back to green. 2 young bucks on the top 2 on the nose here. This C main, it's Brooks Trammell and Rylan Gray out in front. Gray going to go to the bottom, and that JIR number 6 slider coming, but he's not quite there, Alex.
Brooks Trammell still holding on to the lead there. There goes Aaron Keel flipping as it looks like he hit the. We're going to look at the replay there as a caution is out again. And guess what? We talked about it earlier before the broadcast. We're going to have a green-white checkered here at the C-Main.
Yeah, it's not a BJ Duvall produced broadcast with Alex Robinson in the booth without apparently a whole heap of overtime finishes. So we're going to go to one here as we go to an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay to see exactly what happened, although I have a good feeling, Alex.
Oh, yeah, you just see a car upside down, and we're going to see 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide. And
oh, no, that's not what I thought. Boy, he went on a wild ride there. Call that man Mr. Toad in the 6 machine. What a bounce around he took there in turns 1 and 2. I thought he was going to get up in the flat there of the pit exit on the outside of turn 2, jump the cushion. But instead, he got a little help from his friends there, Alex.
As I was actually going to ask Mr. Producer if we could get an on ride, but the lights are out, so we might have to see that later. Because I want to see him go for a ride in these things. Because these big machines, when they go flying, oh man, you go for a ride.
Yeah, not like you do in a sprint car, but these are definitely a little easier to roll than a late model. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, Trammell leads Rylan Gray, John Bragman, and Corey Austin currently your top 4. Only 8 cars on the track remaining as we go back to green flag action. Gray going to run the slider line, pushes like a dump truck through turn 1.
And man, and these cars do really push. As you see, all these cars sliding up. I don't think they really want to run the slider line, but these cars will slide up. White flag in the air. Brooks Trammell out in front. Rylan Gray is in second, but Brooks Trammell is going to take home the C main victory here, as he's going to go on to the B main with Rylan Gray, Corey Austin, and John Brigman.
Look, Gray might not have. That car looked like it was not turning until about halfway through turn 1 and 2. So the fact that he brought that thing home in second is definitely a testament to that young man's ability and that Jeremy Isabel Racing number 06 machine. As you see the cars roll off, we go to our official results, Alex.
So you see Brooks Trammell going to come home with the win of the C-Main with Rylan Gray, Corey Austin, and John Bregman. That's your top 4. Scooter Black in 5th, and then Shane Yates and the rest. I'm going to take it right from you. They're going to transfer to the trailer.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So everybody on back again. Not nearly enough guys started this one as we get ready to line up our B main on the pole. The king of B mains in the Chase Hardy Racing, number 116 out of Winchester, Virginia. That's the Winchester Wildman, Chase Hardy. Outside of him, our neighbor from the north, from Drummondville, Quebec, Canada. That's Alex Bergeron in the 12.
Row number 2, it's going to be the 29 of Colton Davis. Outside Mid-South third slingers, it's a 17 entry of Donnie Batiste.
The Hoosier, number 36, Nathan Davis, can roll with the inside of row number 3. Outside of him is Bill Miller for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers in the 34.
7th, it'll be Matthew Logan in the 1. Outside, it's Brent Carter in the 69.
It's going to be Jennifer Hans in the 11 for $1 Million Motorsports. Going to roll off the inside of row number 5. Outside of him, it's Blue Groove Motorsports, James Grace in the 269.
11th, in the 47, it's going to be Tyler McQuilk, and outside, he's won a fixed modified race this year. It's Ben Lewis.
It's going to be Brooks Trammell, your C-Main winner, going to roll off 13th in the 22 out of Carolina. Outside of him, the Little Hoosier of Ryland Gray in the 6.
15th, it's going to be Corey Austin and John Bregman going to round out the field as the green flag has dropped. And man, it is surprising to see that 12 car of Alex Bergeron in a B main here.
Yeah, Hardy gets a heavy push, jumps the cushion in 1 and 2 after he gives her the beans down the front straightaway. He's going to get some right side romance up into the fluff from Colton Davis. They're 3 wide for the lead down the front straightaway. Bergeron going to go to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Davis going to maybe slide up the racetrack, I thought. They were going to cede the lead to Bergeron down the backstretch. Hardy going to fall to 3rd.
And man, Alex Bergeron has to be smiling with how these guys were driving this track, because that bottom side is still there. He's going to slide up into the middle line, run out of the middle there as Colton Davis goes to the inside. You see Chase Hardy and Nathan Davis battling for that 3rd spot as side-by-side action continues with Alex Bergeron still leading this B main.
Top 4 went 2 by 2 like they were filing into the arc. I don't know which animal's which here early on, as you see Colton Davis tote the left front about a foot off the ground off of turn 1. Or turn 2, excuse me, is our first caution flag, and this B main is going to wave. We go to an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Let's see what happens. Maybe. BJ said twice. That's our producer. There it is. We go to okay, so all kinds of beating and banging going on. You got Trammell climbing the wall, the 24 of the DuPont machine there. He's going to go for a wild ride down the front straightaway. That's going to be the end of his B main event. A lot of beating and banging in the back of the pack going on, Alex. That brings out our first Ultimate Dirt TV caution flag.
Yeah, but again, like I was saying, that bottom side, you see there's a lot of moisture. These cars, all these drivers are trying to go to the top side. So there's a lot of moisture in that bottom groove, and Alex Bergeron is known as a world-class driver. He's known for always winning his races at the bottom of the track. So this is his kind of territory with the bottom groove starting to come in.
Absolutely, and you're seeing really this track do this at exactly the right time. You know, these guys are going to run the bottom of the racetrack for the rest of this B main. They're going to warm the track, or they're going to run the track in during warm-up when we take a commercial break right after this B main. And then this track is going to be super racy. It really tends to slick over, especially at night. It's going to be a lot of fun in this A main as we're back underway.
And as you see again, that pace truck going to lead us to the green flag. Alex Bergeron out to a good jump there again. Bergeron runs the bottom. Chase Hardy now was going to follow in suit as he's going to go to the bottom, and so is the 41 machine there. Colton Davis going to go to the outside, but Chase Hardy is battling with him for second now.
Seems like we've still got some good energy here in the top of the racetrack, as Davis is going to use the high side to hang on to that runner's up spot. Hardy going to slide up there and see if he can make that line work, as that's going to open the door for Matt Logan down there. As the white flag is out, 1 to run. Bergeron continues to lead.
Bergeron in front of this one, Matt Logan. Chase Hardy battling for third right now. You see Colton Davis trying to make a run, but it's going to be the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron taking home the B main victory here with Colton Davis in second, Chase Hardy in third, and Matthew Logan in fourth.
Yeah, everybody back to Ryland Gray, going to go to the dance. So Trammell, the first man on the outside looking in as we go to your official results here just before our warm-up and a little quick commercial break so that Alex and I can rest our vocal cords and stretch our legs. It's Alex Bergeron, Colton Davis, and Chase Hardy. Your top three, then Logan, Carter, Davis, Grace, Hans, and Gray going to transfer to the big dance, Alex.
So again, you see these cars out on the track. They're going to run this track and get a feel for it. We're going to get some bills paid. We're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be back for A main action here at Cedar Lake. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedar Lake Speedway here in Wisconsin. I am Alex Robinson, Zach Newton. It's feature time, and we're going to get right to it here. So starting 24th, it's going to be the 24 machine of Rylan Gray. To the inside, it's the $1 Million Princess. In the 11, it's Jennifer Hans.
269, oh so fine. Blue Groove Motorsports James Gray starts on the outside of row 11. Inside of him, it's the Hoosier native of Nathan Davis in the 36.
20th, it's going to be Brent Carter in the 69. 19th, the 1 of Matthew Logan.
The Winchester Wildman Chase Hardy going to roll off 18th on the outside of row 9 in the 116 machine out of Winchester, Virginia. Inside of him, the 17 of Colton Davis. So the 29 and 17, sorry, Al.
16th from Canada in the 12 from Team ABR, it is Alex Bergeron. And 15th, it'll be D1RT 84 of Clay Debin.
It's going to be Baby Mary Hagen Sorensen in the 45 for 100% racing. That Sorensen equipment number 45 machine starts on the outside of row 7. Inside of him, it's the Down Under Destroyer, Australia's Mitchell Clark in the 0.
12th, it's going to be Jacob Fields in 007. 11th, it is Jacob Harberts.
California's James Edens for Swindell Speed Lab in the 52 rolls off the outside of row number 5. Your first top 10 starter, Cole Cabry in the 71 out of Florida, rolls off 9th.
8th, John Ruggiero Jr. 7th is going to be Logan Rumsey.
Austin Matthews in the 87, going to roll off in 6th. Dylan Wilson to his inside in the 80D starts 5th.
J.D. Brown in 4th. Hayden Cardwell in 3rd.
Jerry Flippo to the outside. Devin Morgan to the inside. We're underway. We're going to get out of the way and crank it up and let these big blocks sing on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that Crank It Cam brought to you by Ultimate Dirt TV. As you see Devin Morgan out in front, Jerry Flippo battling with Hayden Cardwell for that second spot. As you see, this is a 2, maybe even 3-line racetrack as this track's starting to take some wear and tear to it. But man, oh man, this track is racy tonight.
Yeah, you see it in the USA Nationals and the Masters every year. This track, as it takes rubber, really widens out, gets very racy from top to bottom. You're seeing racing lines open up as Devin Morgan really all over the place right now as they're 3 wide behind him for second. Morgan going to try to drive away here. Jerry Flippo in second. Cardwell and Wilson battle for the bronze medal spot, and J.D. Brown's right there coming hard.
As you look through this pack, there are a lot of cars battling throughout, top, bottom, everywhere in between. Even back in the mid-pack, Alec Bergeron back there battling with Colton Davis. As there's big names throughout this field, and they're all battling for hard spots. But Devin Morgan, Hayden Cardwell, Jerry Flippo, J.D. Brown, and all of them, they're still up front right now.
Yeah, you can see, as Austin Matthews going to go around there in turn 1 and 2. He's going to collect the 69 of Brent Carter. That's going to bring out our first Ultimate Dirt TV caution flag of this A main event. A little replay, see if we can find out what left the 87 parked over there facing the wrong way.
To J.D. Brown.
Oh, so the 87 going to collect the 14 and bring out our first caution flag. Brown able to keep that thing pointed forward. So I believe he is going to keep his spot. We'll have to see exactly how race control handles that situation as we get back to live pictures here. And it is Hayden Cardwell currently sitting in the third spot there behind Jerry Flippo. Again, in that new look for Flippo, that white number 13 machine. Leader still VLR's Devin Morgan.
Devin Morgan, who's looked really strong here, as look at the different team representatives up front. You have VLR, you have Swindell, you have D1RT, you have everything in between. As even then you got, the young man from 100%, Hagen Sorensen, who's even hanging up there with the big dogs today.
Yeah, real good effort from him as we get ready to get back to green flag racing. 9 of 55 in the books. Morgan going to bring the field to the green. We're going to give her the beans off of turn 4. They slap the beef, and away we go. Down the front straightaway off of 4. Morgan to the bottom of the racetrack. It's a good start. He's got 2 car links as they head into 1 over second place Flippo. Wilson going to poke his nose to the inside. Cardwell going to get way to the inside. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Morgan goes high in 3 and 4. Cardwell sticks to the middle, slides up the racetrack. Flippo going to hold on to second at the line, trailing Morgan.
Caution out on the racetrack here as, oh man, that's a few cars spinning around, so we're going to have to take a look at the replay and see where the first position was at.
You see a womp, womp, womp from our producer, BJ Duvall. You see Alex Bergeron slicing through the middle of the racetrack. He gets into the 80 machine, and around he goes. Definitely got a little overzealous trying to get into turn 3 there. He collects Gray. Hardy also involved. As we go back to live pictures, yes, Bergeron going to bring out that caution flag with a little reckless dive there to turn 3.
And once again, this is why I just don't mention drivers on broadcast. I give him some praise about it. It's interesting to see where he goes. And what happens, Zach?
Yeah, well, you know he wads it up, bud.
This is why nobody comes when we race anymore.
So we got these guys lined up, and the lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go back to green, and going to be hopefully a good longer green flag run this time as we take the flag. Flippo trying to peek his nose below Morgan as they're on the beans off of 4. Morgan out in front heading to 1.
And now Jerry Flippo going to have to deal with another Cardwell. He was in a blockbuster of a race yesterday with Davin Cardwell. Now he has Hayden Cardwell to the inside him, battling for that second spot. Devin Morgan right now, he's just enjoying watching all these battles because he's always out in front. He gets a lot of ground game real quickly when these guys are battling it.
Yeah, Morgan can take advantage of Flippo and Cardwell battling side by side for the runner-up spot. But Morgan going to have his hands full if Cardwell is able to wrest that silver medal position from Flippo. Flippo going to give him the wall. That's going to open the door to the bottom. Cardwell not quite able to capitalize, though, as they work through turn 1 and 2, now down into 3 and 4. Everybody goes to the high side. Top looks like 7 drivers or so are all single file there around the top side of the racetrack. And then Morgan, like a wild animal, goes to the bottom with Dylan Wilson in turn 1.
And right now you have Flippo, Cardwell, Wilson. Hayden Cardwell right now in that third spot. He's in a D1RT sandwich with Flippo and Wilson right behind him.
Another caution flag and a wave here with 40 to go in this one. Devin Morgan still your leader. Cardwell going to power into second after the caution flag, so he will go back to third for this restart. We go to an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. There you see Chase Hardy on the bottom of the racetrack. The 0 of Clark. They're going to, looks like, Clark, I think, got loose in front of Hardy. There may have been some contact there. I can't see from this angle, but thanks to the clever camera work of Mr. BJ Duvall in the production truck, let's see if we can find something to give us a little more conclusive answer. Still tough to tell. It's tough to tell from that angle, Alex.
With these cars, though, in this track, as we're going to look here for the multiple angles, as it's hard to tell. Oh,
yeah, like might have been a little right side romance from Hardy there on the way into the turn, and that's going to bring out a caution flag.
And now, don't want to say anything, but Chase Hardy didn't say who he wanted to. But he said something about somebody picking him to win, and I think the bad thing is he just said that to the wrong broadcast crew because I might have secretly picked him to win. And
well, he said if he started in the top 5, he hoped somebody picked him, but he had to come in through B main, so he did not start in the top 5. But if you secretly picked him, I'd like to apologize to him personally because he's going to be mired back there in the back of the pack and probably not even finish the race, honestly, as we're back underway.
As it's just bad juju. It's like Beetlejuice as you see Devin Morgan, Hayden Cardwell, and Jerry Flippo in the top 3 as there again battles throughout. Oh, where's Jerry go?
Jerry Flippo may have so Jerry Flippo out of the race, at least at this time. Cardwell going to move into second, but here comes Dylan Wilson. Cabry wrecking. He collects Austin Matthews. He's around. That's going to bring out a caution flag. Hard contact for Cole Cabry. Oh, we're going to go on board, folks. Get your airplane sickness bags as we get ready to go on board with Cabry for the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride experience only on Ultimate Dirt TV at the top of turn 3. Hooks the outside wall with these tires that stick out. Oh, that's awful. Hooks the outside wall with these tires that stick out from under the right side of these modifieds, and that's all it takes.
Round and round he goes. Where will we stop? Nobody knows. That's how many times he went.
Let me tell you something. I just had a big bowl of chili in between the Pro Late Model broadcast and this right here, and I am having a bad time right now.
Oh, you got a little bit of motion sickness?
I got a little... That chili was spicy the first time. It's even worse the second time. So we thank BJ Duvall, our producer, for that onboard camera. We get ready to go back to green flag 18 of 55 in the books. I'm going to stop talking for a second.
Oh, as it's always an entertaining time here with Zach Newton. Zach, it's great to have you. And again, it's always entertaining, especially when you have BJ Duvall, even Brett Wheeler, always entertaining. But you see we're back under green with Devin Morgan taking the green flag again here with Hayden Cardwell in second. But again, look at the battles. J.D. Brown there with James Eden, Logan Rumsey, all battling it out for top 5s.
Hey, this start was pug ugly, but we're underway anyway. And now there's beating and banging to the top 5. Cardwell going to drive Wilson down to the bottom of the racetrack. Wilson forced to get out of the throttle. We're 5 wide through turns 1 and 2. That's bad news bears. And you see the dividends of it from Matt Logan and the 80 machine of Jacob Harberts. They're both going to go to the end of the longest line as yet another caution flag waves, Alex. I look good in yellow, but I'm tired of seeing it. It's winter. I want neutral colors.
I mean, I'm wearing some nice stuff, but I don't think I'm wearing Banana Republic tonight.
No, well, you can tell that to the guys on track in this one because they're bedecked in yellow as we go back to caution flag. There you see 5 wide through the corner behind 3 wide. It's too many. 5 is too many. 4, not a great idea. 3, probably okay here at Cedar Lake. It's a big wide racing service. 5 is a no-no. 5 is a no-no.
But again, with these cars, you feel like you can do it. No, you can't.
Yeah, you find out real quick. Just ask the guys who try to go 5 wide there in the back of the pack. As Matt Logan is out, Cole Cabry is out. The starters in this field starting to. There you see a whole bunch more guys going to go to out. They're going to fall to the bottom of the leaderboard as we pass the start-finish line. The Premium Grain Belt Beer flag stand here at the New Richmond, Wisconsin Speed Plant, Cedar Lake Speedway. It's World of Thunder Esports League bonus coverage, the Big Block Modified Showdown. Little preview of Season 12, Alex. I am excited. These cars are always a lot of fun.
And yes, like you said, there is a lot on docket. For the next season, you have the big blocks on Monday nights. You have the Power IE Super Stocks, Power I 410 Wing Sprint cars, and then you even have the Mimi's Making Motion Super Late models. So there is a lot of action for this coming season.
Yeah, still going to have a lot of our fixed setup, no pros type stuff. Is Cardwell going to throw a little right side romance the way of Devin Morgan? Morgan says, you better buy me dinner first. He goes to the bottom in turn 1 and 2. Cardwell going to rip the lip and ride the wall around turns 1 and 2. Totes the left front down the back straightaway, dives to the bottom. Big slider coming. The Crave case is open. I get mine with just ketchup.
Devin Morgan out in front right now. But look at the side-by-side. Dylan Wilson, Hayden Cardwell. Those two side-by-side. Cardwell running the top. Dylan Wilson going to slide up there. Run the slider line just a little bit. As Logan Rumsey and James Hedens, that's in the top 5 right now. With J.D. Brown, Jacob Fields. Hagen Sorensen right now is one of the only underdogs here that's running well, but isn't with one of these bigger-known teams.
Yeah, definitely the 100% racing team, Hagen Sorensen, Tanner Folds, definitely what you would classify as more of a mid-major compared to the Power 5 type guys like Swindell Speed Lab, Slick Sim Sport, and D1RT. So good run for Hagen Sorensen, kind of the little guy out there, literally and figuratively, the young man out of Harlan, Iowa, holding on to a top 10 spot. Nathan Davis also, I believe, a privateer back there in 10th, so good run for him going as well. As we continue to work a green flag racing action, it'll be 30 to go this time by Wilson. Starting to poke to the bottom of Cardwell's. This track takes rubber. The bottom starting to pick back up and even out with the top. You see Morgan go right through the moisture in the middle of the racetrack. Cardwell still ripping the lip, toting the left front down the back straightaway.
And as you see right now, there is only 15 cars, as it looks like more and more are dropping to it here, as they are dropping like flies right now, as Alex Bergeron looks like he's the odd man here he's in 12th, but man, oh man, this is just getting out of hand.
Yeah, you see guys starting to fall out of this race as the field spreads out. This long green flag run, kind of weeding out the men from the boys. Cardwell going to go to the top side through 1 and 2, continues to run that high line. You see James Edens there, toting that left front down the back straightaway. Out in front, though, still VLR's Devin Morgan in the 112. He's led every lap so far. Cardwell starting to close in, though, maybe just a little bit. Dylan Wilson right there behind Cardwell. That bottom line, Alex, I'm telling you, it's very close to coming in turns 1 and 2, and if it does, advantage Dylan Wilson.
And like you said, but another one to keep your eye on. If you look around the corner, lap traffic is going to come into play. As if we go green to checkered here, lap traffic is going to play a big factor, and I think it got to go to the veteran here of Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, two guys who have shown it multiple times that they know how to maneuver around these lap cars.
Well, Devin Morgan, definitely. I said this before, and I'm a little upset that you kind of short sell Devin Morgan of VLR here. Devin Morgan is, I think, if you're asking me and you want my honest opinion, the single most talented driver on iRacing. He's a standout in real life, and he has just vanished.
I don't know what.
Okay, he's back. We had some technical difficulties there. We lost track of Morgan for a second, but he's back on track out in front with 22 to go. He continues to lead. As you can see, definitely some connectivity issues we're having here. We'll try to keep you abreast of what's going on as best we can with those. Meanwhile, Devin Morgan continuing to lead as we close in on 20 to go.
Devin Morgan still out in front, Cardwell and Wilson. And again, Zach, I cut him short because I really never seen Devin Morgan race. I've witnessed Hayden, Dylan all the time, but Devin Morgan's just one of those guys I haven't seen run enough to know how he runs.
Well, you don't see Devin Morgan show up every Sunday, but when Devin Morgan shows up at a race, Devin Morgan has a real tendency to win that race, and it doesn't matter the car or the surface. I've seen him win late models. I've seen him win UMP modifieds. He wins on asphalt. He's leading right now in these big blocks and has looked absolutely dominant as he continues to lead Hayden Cardwell and Dylan Wilson. And Cardwell, as fast as he is, still holding off that challenge from Wilson. Morgan has just been faster than everybody here tonight as he continues to lead. We're inside 20 to go. Wilson starts to poke his nose to the inside in that 80D. The battle for second rages on.
And like you said, Dylan Wilson, he's trying to get to the lower side of the track. I think he has the game plan right now. Hayden Cardwell is burning up that top side with the rest of the field, and that's going to be advantage to Dylan Wilson, and I can even see Alex Bergeron back in the pack when that bottom side comes in, because he is one of those guys who they call them catfishers, but Alex Bergeron is known for running the bottom as well as Dylan Wilson and some of these other guys in the field.
Yeah, you get down there and play in the mud, you get that reputation of a catfish. I don't think anybody does it like Drew Hopkins. But Hopkins not here tonight for some reason. Devin Morgan's continuing to lead. Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, James Edens, and Logan Rumsey. The rest of your top 5 as we work 15 to go this time by. Morgan led every lap so far. Won his heat race. He was quick time in qualifying. Definitely the kind of dominant top-to-bottom effort we're used to seeing out of Devin Morgan. Again, Morgan doesn't show up every week here at the World of Thunder, but man, when he does he look good doing it.
And you see, look at this track, especially in 3 and 4 there. 1 and 2, you see some moisture there, the middle there, in the middle of the track. There's still some moisture, but man, the track is going away real quick around the middle track, the top side, in turn 3 and 4, and there's a nice little line of moisture in the bottom. That's going to be the place to be in 3 and 4 soon.
55 laps in these big blocks. You're seeing this track take a lot of rubber under the lights here at Cedar Lake. 100 laps in dirt late models, it takes a ton of rubber. Stays racy the whole way. When this place slicks off, it's a real challenge for drivers. It's a lot of fun for fans. And you're getting a little taste of that here in the World of Thunder Esports League Big Block Showdown as Devin Morgan continues to lead. Battle on your screen right now is the battle for 4th spot. Logan Rumsey has it in that Ryko 41. Swindell Speed Labs driver James Edens wants it. He's trying to track down the tail end of the 41. They start to close in on Dylan Wilson running 3rd.
And you see this green flag run. Longest of the night. We're hoping to go green to checkered here. 10 to go as Devin Morgan has led it green to checkered right now. Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, Logan Rumsey. A lot of these guys still trying to get a feel of where to go on this track. And Devin Morgan just looks like he's in a groove and he knows where he wants to be.
Yeah, Devin Morgan has that car set up to handle these track conditions very well. He was fast all through the features. Now he starts to close in on lap traffic out in front with less than 10 laps to go. It'll be 7 to go this time by. You see Morgan go to the high side. He's going to close in on the lap car, Alex Bergeron in the 12. Definitely keep an eye on that. You're not used to seeing Bergeron go lap down, but issues during qualifying and during his heat race forced him to the back of the field, and he was involved in an incident early, and that's what's led him to be back here at the back of the pack now in the sights of your leader, Devin Morgan. 5 to go next time by.
And Devin Morgan, here's where the lap traffic can get into play, especially when these guys are still battling for top 10 spots. So there's going to be side-by-side. Devin Morgan, Hayden Cardwell, all the rest of these guys are going to have to try and get somewhere around these lap cars. And this might cost Devin Morgan a little bit of time here with Hayden Cardwell and Dylan Wilson gaining real quick.
Yeah, they're going to close in just a little bit. It's going to get a little dicey here before the end of things. You see Bergeron rip the lip off of turn 4. Morgan trying to explore the line just a little bit as Bergeron's going to try to power around Brent Carter for the 11th spot. He's going to have that down the back straightaway, and that's going to open the door for Morgan to work on his new VLR teammate, the 69 of Carter. You'd like to think that Carter will probably let Morgan go by with little resistance as Morgan pedals through the slick in turns 1 and 2. 4 to go, 3 next time by.
And there goes Morgan around the outside of Carter as you see Bergeron there on the top side as well. So Morgan's going to have to go to the inside or the middle if Bergeron doesn't know he's right there, as you see Bergeron running the slider line, just trying to catch up to Clay Devin, Hagen Sorensen, because Bergeron, I think, still wants a top 10 finish here tonight.
Yeah, Bergeron would love to poke his nose into the top 10, but he's got a ways to go as he's back there in 12th spot. Devin Morgan still your leader. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks in the air down the back straightaway. Morgan is going to take the track, opening up and swallowing him whole at this point as he has gap-ties the rest of the field.
White flag in the air. Devin Morgan just 4 turns away as you see him exiting turn 2. Alex Bergeron is a thing of the past here as he don't even have to pass him here. Devin Morgan around turn 3 and 4, and he is going to come home with the win here tonight at Cedar Lake. Hayden Cardwell in second as we see the results coming in. Dylan Wilson will come home in that 3rd spot.
So good race there. Devin Morgan goes flag to flag. We're going to have to talk to him here on the front stretch in Victory Lane in just a couple minutes. Hayden Cardwell and Dylan Wilson on the podium as well. We go to your official results. We'll run through the field here. It is Morgan, Cardwell, and Wilson, your winner, with Logan Rumsey and James Edens rounding out the top 5.
Jacob Fields will come home 6th. John Ruggiero Jr. in 7th. Nathan Davis, James Grace, and Hagen Sorensen. That's your top 10.
D1RT's Clay Devin and ABR's Alex Bergeron, 11th and 12th, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. Brent Carter finishes 1 lap down in 13th. Mitchell Clark and J.D. Brown round out the rest of the top 15.
Rylan Gray in 16th. Jacob Harberts, Chase Hardy, Cole Cabry, and Matthew Logan. That's your top 20.
Then you've got Jerry Flippo in the 13 for D1RT in 21st. Austin Matthews for Cincy Speed in the 87 in 22nd. Colton Davis and Jennifer Hans, the rest of your 24-car starting field.
So we're going to go to a quick commercial break as we get down to victory lane here to talk to our top 3 finishers. So we'll be right back after these quick messages here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV. We are at Cedar Lake. Racing action has just concluded with the big block modifieds, and coming home in 3rd place.
Yes.
It's going to be Dylan Wilson. Dylan, my first question is, where is the Kool-Aid paint scheme on the big block?
Oh, we had to retire it. It was time for something else. The Kool-Aid car makes a comeback every couple of years, so I'm going to retire it this year, and we'll see it maybe next year or the year after.
But to say, it's disappointing. I was looking forward when I see your name, because you've been missing in action for a few weeks. When I see that name, I was looking forward to seeing how the Kool-Aid Man car would look, especially with how fast you were tonight. How do you feel with these big blocks coming in and being, just new in a few weeks?
I mean, it's fun right now. Nobody really seems to have perfected the setups yet or the tracks yet, so there's still that unknown when you're racing. So it was fun. I didn't really know what the track was going to do. It was kind of interesting in 3 and 4 when it went to like a cut down type line. I've never seen that, so that was new for me. I tried it. I sucked at it. Devin pretty much kicked our butt already. So it was fun. It just kind of new for me still. So we'll work on it, try to make the setup a little better in the slick there, and go on and try to get them next time.
And you talked about people not being able to perfect the setups yet with these being new. Where have you been running these cars a lot, and where have you been running them a lot if you've been running them?
Honestly, I haven't ran them all that much. I mean, I ran them enough to kind of know a little bit about it, but it just Cedar Lake seems to be the track that's raced the most, so that's where I feel the most comfortable. So like I said, the car was good. I think me and Hayden were pretty close for second on speed, and Devin was just kind of in a league of his own. So out of 60 cars, being second or third is still really good. So
now with season 12 coming up in the World of Thunder Esports League, and these cars being introduced in that season, will you be trying to run for a points championship in the big block modified division?
It was my goal this year to run for points in all of the series for World of Thunder, but life just got in the way there. For some reason, every Sunday I was busy or something else, so I didn't get to run it this year as much as I wanted to. But if I'm home and not doing anything, yes, this is what I plan to do. So hopefully I make all the races. If not, hopefully I make most of them.
Well, with the fast car, you got to have a good crew behind you. Who's helped you through this tonight?
Yeah, the D1RT guys, I appreciate them. They've been working on these setups more than I have, so I appreciate them putting the time and effort into them and sending me what they got. Thanks to ML Performance, Matt Logan, and all he does over there. And thanks to you guys for broadcasting, and thanks to Stephen McMillan and the whole team over here at World of Thunder for putting this deal on.
That is your third place finisher, Dylan Wilson. Hayden Cardwell has already loaded up the car and is in the trailer. So we're going to go right to victory lane here. Zach, you're with the winner.
Absolutely. Here with the Devin Morgan, the driver of the 112 machine for Victory Lane Racing. And Devin, if you go back and watch these broadcasts, I don't know if you do or not, you're going to hear my compatriot Alex Robinson doubt you that you were going to hold off Dylan and Hayden. And I said, son, Devin Morgan's pound for pound the best driver on all of iRacing. You win in all kinds of stuff. The big blocks are new. Dominating effort tonight. You lead green to checkered. How you feel?
I'm definitely feeling pretty good. I'm loving these big blocks a whole lot. It takes a lot more throttle control, and actually having to drive them a lot more than the late models. You can't just beat a wall down and be fast. I'm be able to come out here and really my first big league race with them. I haven't really ran anything other than official. Get the win feels pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, you put on a real show, quick time, heat race win, flag-to-flag feature win. You had that thing set up to where you could run pretty much anywhere on this racetrack. And this is the first thing, the lights are a new development here at Cedar Lake, and this track is very different under the lights than it is during day racing, as is pretty much every dirt track in the country. Tell us about how the lines changed and how you were able to stay fast no matter where you ran.
There in the warm-up, I kind of found that bottom in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to be the best, but the bottom in 3 and 4 went away really quick, and it kind of went to that top. And then I was just trying to get as much of a gap as possible because I could still see a little bit of like that light dirt on the bottom of 4, and I knew if I could run cut down line that I'd break away there. And I think Hayden finally messed up enough in 1 and 2 for me to be able to squeeze off a cut down line. And from that point on, we just chipped away, pulling away from Hayden, just little by little.
Well, a great run for you tonight. Can't speak highly enough about the demonstration of talent here at the World of Thunder Esports League you put on tonight in the Big Block Showdown. Can we expect you back regularly in Season 12? I know you got a lot of real-life racing commitments, too. We always love having you around. Any sponsors you want to thank on the 112 machine?
I got to thank my mom, my dad, BKP Art, NPM Marketing. I got to thank Ryan Matthews for putting the Big Block scheme together. Team VOR, MSC for the wicked setup. I got to thank BC Workshop. Everyone out there looking for setups, go look us up. I build all the dirt stuff over there. I got to thank World of Thunder for putting on this amazing league. I thank y'all for broadcasting. And I do plan on being back next year to try to run for points. I was running for points this year, and I just kind of got burnt up with the drivers in the series. Just kind of running over each other, and I just took a break from it.
I can understand that. Well, Alex, we throw it back to you. Devin Morgan, your winner here at Cedar Lake.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek. As we said, Season 12 is right around the corner as we will be starting up January 17th. That Sunday, we will have a boatload of action. We will have the Power IE Super Stocks, the Power IE 410 division, the Wing Sprint cars making their return to World of Thunder. Also, the Big Blocks making their debut with DirtFan.com, and then Mimi's making in motion super late models. So, man, Zach, it's going to be a heck of a season coming up here as we make the trip to Volusia for Week 1. The excitement is already, I got the countdown on the clock already.
Well, before that, you've got 410 Sprint Speed Weeks coming up, World of Thunder Esports League taking part of that with the Worldwide iRacing League Association. You've got that to look forward to. So there's plenty of racing action between now and January 17th to whet your appetite in the new year. But yeah, can't wait for Season 12. A whole lot of cool stuff coming, new divisions, new drivers, new tracks here with Cedar Lake. We're going to have a great time. Can't wait to be a part of it.
Yeah, so again, a lot of action. Speed Week coming up. So keep a lookout here. Zach, I think you're on a call Ultimate Dirt TV tomorrow night as well. So there's another, even though World of Thunder Esports League is done with Season 11, there is a lot of action to watch here on Ultimate Dirt TV. World of Thunder Esports League would like to thank their sponsors, Power Eye, Warrior Logistics, DirtFan.com, Mimi's Making in Motion. Am I missing any others?
Envision Custom Graphics.
Vision Custom Graphics, and then Ultimate Dirt TV would like to thank their sponsors of the World of Thunder Esports League, Rocket Racing Setups, and I'm going to forget the new one. Where's Mr. Duval? He's good at this. What's the new sponsor that I keep forgetting? SRT Australia, that is the new sponsor of Ultimate Dirt TV as well. So thank you to them. Zach Newton, it's been a pleasure. It's been a heck of a season. Can't wait to work with you again.
Good time. It probably won't be that long, let's be honest.
Actually, true. Won't be a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, if we don't talk to you, happy holidays, happy new year, and we will see you back in the new year on Ultimate Dirt TV. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.